Hello and welcome back to another episode. When we left off, we were in the middle of overrunning the Auspicious Concord again. We're going to be taking a big chunk of space down adjacent to us. We are still integrating the Kingdom of Euchromia, and that's going along fairly nicely. The Auspicious Concord is again at war with the Righteous League, and I'm fully expecting it to go pretty poorly for the Auspicious Concord, but I think after this I'm going to settle down on the northern front because the Auspicious Concord is getting very small and the Righteous League is continuing to attack them. So I think I need to beat some sense into the Righteous League. Another thing I was thinking about that I could be doing while I'm just sitting here with my Explorer otherwise idle is actually get him some experience by having it assist research on a planet. I don't really need him to do that. It's going to be a small gain at best, I believe. But having him do something is better than having him just sit around idle. And I've almost got the Centomeroi completely out of it. I forgot to set this up again. Need 0 at -13, so it's going pretty well. A couple more planets occupied, a couple more planets blockaded, and we should be good to go. Although I think I might... I don't really have enough fleet capacity. One of the other things you can actually do to help kick boards over more quickly is build fleets that exist only to blow up a station and then occupy a planet, or to blockade a planet rather. And what that allows you to do is actually siege a few extra planets to kick up the war score a little extra, and basically just get things moving more expediently. I'm going to go ahead and move the transport fleet to the next planet. And this combat fleet no longer needs to hang out where it is, so I'm going to send it off. Let's see. Yeah, I'll soon control the space of 2 of the Leviathans. So I'll probably deal with those soon too. I don't know, I don't think it'll be this episode, but we'll see. It's all just a matter of time at this point. And as you can probably tell, this game is basically over. The only power that could possibly stand against me has already been run over a couple of times. I was kind of expecting an endgame crisis to have happened by now, but one of them only has a 75% chance to spawn at all, and when it does, it'll spawn sometime in the 2nd century usually. So we're coming up to the end of the 2nd century, and I haven't seen hide nor hair of them yet. Let's see. There's also the... man, sorry. There we go. Load that fleet into business there. The transports are in position, but they're not feeling great about their odds. And so we wait. I'm wondering if... Okay, yeah, the warning logger goes away on its own. I don't have to babysit it. Excellent. And let's take another look at our research. We're finishing the collective self very soon, and we've got Gauss cannons in the hopper coming up. Gauss cannons will be the final tier weapon for our cruisers, unless something majestic happens, which is possible. And they took the peace treaty, so let's get our guys back to our space. And this is going to be our new vassal as soon as the month ticks over again. As is typically the case, you need the month to take over. The distance -500 will go away immediately when that happens. And there we go. They are now our vassal. So that should put us, I think, at 65 planets. Let's see. 64. Okay. So overall, we are becoming very strong very quickly. We've got the vassal down here. Let's see. Do we have a truce with these guys still? Until 2399. Alright. So I want to get down and smack on them a bit. Because abusing the Righteous League is become something of a personal hobby. We can see the integration is coming along pretty nicely. We're at peace, so we don't need to keep it on speed 1. But we're going to take a... I think what I'm actually going to do down here with the Righteous League is I'm going to start, instead of getting wide vassals, the way I did with the Thrakposian star hierarchy, I think I'm going to get long vassals where they'll more closely resemble the Centomera Directorate here, where my borders with them are relatively small and exist only to give me the border presence, and other than that focus on digging deep so I can create more vassals out of their empire while I'm still integrating them. Yeah, let's go ahead and get the habitability. The Psy Warriors I'm not terribly worried about. They give a few decent things. I might just pick them up next time they pop up. So the way that rare technologies work in this game, which is what all of the ones with the purple headers are, the way that they operate is they actually just have a decreased chance of appearing or require a specific expertise from your scientist. And as your number of technologies dwindles, the rare technologies tend to pop up more frequently, if only because the lower chance to appear becomes less of a factor when there's fewer things to select from. And once you get into the repeating technologies, like this one, you can see the little yellow arrows. The repeating technologies have very low chances to appear in general as well. And so, as your technology tree starts to fill out, there's less and less for you to be waiting on. I think I might actually do something with this fortress here. And I want to come from Kornagi. And then all my fleets get in system. And I'm gonna wait for the warp wind down, and we're gonna fight this Enigmatic Fortress and see what happens. Decided to end their association with status with the Auspicious Concord. That's interesting. Alright, but let's go ahead and fight us, an Enigmatic Fortress, and see what happens. We've detected some kind of utterly massive space station drifting quietly at the edge of the system. Although preliminary scans show to be very old, the structure has an intense power signature. Several smaller structures can be seen floating near the main installation, and all of them appear to be heavily armed. If we are to learn the true nature of this ancient relic, we will most likely have to overpower its defenses through force of arms. Well, good thing that's what I was planning on doing anyway. Yeah, I'm messing this thing up. Yeah, it's barely even doing damage to me. Although it does seem to have killed a battleship. Yep. That's alright. We can build a new one. You can see here I'm just tearing its hull apart. Alright, with the defeat of the defenses surrounding the ancient structure, we may find a way to explore its mysteries. Entering and traversing it may be difficult, but whoever built it must have possessed technology we can hardly dream of. Making matters more arduous, the fortress appears to be recovering. Some of the people who helped disarm the fortress have volunteered to attempt exploring it, with backup from the headquarters on home, following through on our end will no doubt present its challenges. So, yeah, let's go explore it. Despite the ages of technology separating us and the builders of the fortress, one invention is timeless, a closed door. After having forced the fortress to shut down, we found all entrances sealed. The team dispatched to explore the fortress found an airlock which at least appears to be possible to open from the outside if it had been in working order. Alright, so it added some things to our situation log, so let's see what we've got there. The Enigmatic Fortress. Either the demolitions team or the local power surge. Send a science ship to supply energy locally, attempting to restrict power to the fortress. Yeah, okay. So let's do that. Get our science ship over here. So it's a do the local power surge. What is our fleet? Oh yeah. The fleet is still registering the station as hostile, and so because of that, I think I need to put this science ship on passive just in case. Because you can see the fleet is trying to engage the fortress, but it keeps switching back and forth between attacking and not attacking. The fortress is recovering quickly too. Pretty serious fortress. But if I can take this system too, that's also another 2 planets for me to terraform. And that's also important to me. Science ship is in system. How are we doing on the situation logs? We have plenty of time. We just need him to get on it. This feels like a bug to me. The fleets keep trying to engage the defeated fortress, but nothing I can do about that right now. I do not want to leave this system unprotected because I don't want the fortress to wake up and suddenly destroy my science ship. See how we're doing. The Empire sector is still missing about 80 people. My population is still growing, amazingly enough. Upgrade these structures that I've been not upgrading quite as quickly as or anywhere near as quickly as I should be. I could definitely do with a UI element to indicate that I could be building things and am not. Having stabilized the ship's connection to the power system of the fortress, we must decide how much energy to supply to the surge. Since the technology is unfamiliar, the exact amount is difficult to determine. The higher estimate or the lower estimate? I don't know. Let's go with the higher estimate. The high level of energy being sent to the fortress to power the door was powerful enough to cause reignition of a deeper energy source. The defenses are online. The airlock will not be a concern until we've disabled them. And that's why we kept the fleet here, because that seemed pretty suspicious to begin with. And the vault is going to go down pretty quickly. Alright. Give the go-ahead, despite ages of technology. Let's try this again. Move that there. Do I have to... And I guess I just don't get to do anything with that? What is even going on? I might as well survey the system, I guess. That's weird. It won't let me... Damn it. I guess I should have read in advance. how to do this one successfully. But I've got no one to blame on that, I guess, but myself. The continental world looks an awful lot like it should be an alpine rather than colonized. Let's get that started. Yeah, you can definitely see where it's supposed to let me try again, but I'm just not getting the option. So I'm going to keep the fortress suppressed until I'm done with this, I suppose. Survey the system. I'll start the process of terraforming these planets, and then I can leave and come back later. Though the fortress seems to be largely inert now. Yeah, I think there are just some bugs with the event chain. In that case, I'm going to hold off from killing any further ones until I can make sure that I know how to take care of them successfully. That's frustrating. But since the fortress seems to be harmless and inert now, I'm going to go ahead and... So, yeah, don't feed it the high estimate of power. That apparently is a good way to not be able to finish the chain. And it doesn't appear that I have a level 5 scientist, so I'm going to hold off on that anomaly for the moment. And these science ships, also, I guess I can make sure they're on passive as well. How far away are they? This guy's almost level 5, so that's good. Go ahead and see if I can't get this system surveyed more quickly.
System survey complete.
Or apparently it was about done anyway. Fine then, game. Let's see how it is. So yeah, I will be sure to check the other Leviathans to make sure that I don't break any questions for them. And the Arid world looks an awful lot like not an Alpine world, so we'll go ahead and resolve that. Let the construction ship finish its business in the system, and then I will move my fleets out. And by then I should be able to go to war with the Righteous League again. The Centomerant Directorate, my vassal, wants star charts. That's fine by me. Let's see, I have rebels. So I'm going to take one of my fleets over to deal with that. And these guys here to be ready to invade. These vassals in the south are the worst kind of vassal. And you can see the faction is still dropping in its numbers. It's down to 52 people because their ethics are slowly moving toward my empire ethics. And as a result, they are becoming less and less irritated about our laws and policies. Mostly because the Empire's laws are actually fairly forgiving. It's just that we're spiritualists in a spiritualist government, and we are, as a species, cool with declaring war on anybody for any reason. And that doesn't sit well with materialists and peaceful people in general. We'll send them there. These guys. Move to their planet. The rebel fleet took off somewhere, but it doesn't really matter.
Hostile fleet engaged.
rebels are largely irrelevant. They can't possibly win this. It's just a waste of time.
Updated.
Let's see, there's no planets in this area. Once I integrate the Thrakposhian star hierarchy, I think I'm going to destroy some of these frontier outposts that I don't need. And I think that will overall cause me to lose some of that space. I might have to replace one of them, but I'm going to try and do it with as few outposts as possible. And there we go, the truce is up. The Righteous League, I guess, doesn't like me, so that seems weird. We'll put down some rebels, and then we'll stage for the next war with the Righteous League.
Research complete.
And you can see they've got a lot of armies, but rebel armies are terrible. Ooh, actually I will do that first.
Enemy planet secure.
There goes the rebels. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start picking up some of these technologies that I'm missing. The station seems, the Enigmatic Fortress seems to be pretty inert. So I'm going to go ahead and move into position. Ah, damn it, I keep forgetting. I want you there, and you there. I'm going to go ahead and redesign my cruisers because I have better weapons for them. And I think better armor and a better power plant. Wow. Alright. So we're just going to start from scratch then, and we're going to use roughly the same formula. 1 flak artillery, because they're outstanding. Gauze cannons. Now that I have the living metal though, I actually don't need the regenerative hull tissue. I can take more of the infused plating, which is going to give me more overall capability in direct combat. And we'll fill this up with neutronium armor. And let's check our battleships then as well. Ah, yeah, you see? New armor for these guys. I can get rid of the regenerative plating. I was only really using the regenerative plating to give that monthly regeneration, and now that I have the ooh, yeah, I'm gonna give Voidcraft. That's fine. And we're gonna pick a new tile blocker, I suppose. Alright, so now we've got our new blueprints ready, so we send our ships to upgrade. This is going to be a long upgrade actually, but it's going to represent a pretty big increase in our fleet power. I think what I am going to do, yeah, see I have 120 fleet capacity available. These things use 4 each. Yeah. That's what? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah. Excellent, excellent. Actually, what I think I'm going to do, 3, because I have all of these domain spaceports, I might as well use them, right? Yeah, and you can see this is a long upgrade. But that's alright. I think this guy should be level 5 by now. Yep. So we're going to send him to go do that anomaly. The Enigmatic Fortress seems to be fairly harmless and inert now. I think the event chain bugged, which is unfortunate, but it was my fault for not looking it up. Ah, damn it. Another rebellion. That's so annoying. So very annoying.
Construction complete.
We finished researching the tile blocker. Climate restoration is pretty good. Climate restoration is the last main terraforming feature that I was missing. That allows me to terraform tomb worlds into habitable worlds, which was, prior to that, the only type I couldn't take care of. So having that is pretty nice. On the plus side though, our fleet power should actually jump up a good chunk as well. Advanced Strike Crafter complete. Start clearing out some of these technologies down here unless I see something really good. I do not. And we're going to move down here. This is in Occupation Force. Or, well, Blockade, I guess, is the correct name for it. Occupying is what you do on the ground. Alright, so we got the 5% energy credits technology. None of these are important, so I'm just going to start nuking partially complete things. The 5% energy credits, repeatable, you can see gave us a huge chunk of extra energy. And so let's get started on another Occupation Force. Or Blockading Force, Jesus. Wonder how many times I'm going to screw that up. Group of wildcat miners from home have already established an unauthorized mining expedition. And we took control of it. Oh, neat. They just added a new mining station out of nowhere. Nice. Suppose you could have worse problems. Vassals clearing that out pretty handily. And that's the Kingdom of Uchronia, which is unfortunate. They're the useful vassal, but they're the one that I'm about to integrate. Speaking of which, that is getting very close. It's how many months out? 5? And we finished space torpedoes. I will grab this 5% minerals. That one actually is important to me. And our transports are in orbit. Wait for it. It looks like one of our fleets finished refitting, and you can see it gained about 2k fleet power. So this is one hell of an upgrade. And it actually looks like that fleet was already partially upgraded. These other two are way behind it. And this occupation fleet is not on aggressive stance. But a fairly easy problem to rectify. So now we're going to deal with the fact that we just finished integrating. I don't really want their fleets. And I don't want their civilian ships. And the rest of that looks alright. So what we're going to do is add the space that used to be theirs to the sector. See how many extra dissidents this adds to our sector. And I'll read up on the Leviathan to see if there's anything I need to be aware of with that. Alright. Now, how many frontier outposts are up here? Just this one? Destroy that. Yeah, we're maintaining too many frontier outposts. Although I think all 3 of them now are down here. Now I've got the 2 there. Where is this last frontier outpost? Oh, it's in here. I have no reason to build a frontier outpost there. Alright, so that handles that problem. Let's see if we can start integrating this guy yet. We can. 680 influence at 5 a month, so we're barely losing any doing it. That's no problem. And I think I'm going to finish putting down this rebellion and then call it for this episode. This will be our second blockading strike force. And we'll have them move toward the south. And we will be staged and prepared for a fight with the Righteous League next episode. And you can see the dissidents still really didn't even gain a person. I don't really want that observation outpost. I don't really care. I do, however, need to get these. That's an Alpine world already. That is also an Alpine world already. Excellent, excellent. So we will put our people on it. There goes the rebels. Settle there. Settle here. On this tile. Alright. So now we're going to the top of the world. Or the top of the year. Oh, Jesus. Another rebellion. This is silly.
Ships upgraded.
But we'll slow it down and get ready for the end of the year. Having these blockading forces also means I don't necessarily need to keep a main combat fleet back to protect and defend against rebels like this. But thank you for watching. In the next episode, it looks like we're going to be going to war with the Righteous League, and I'm kind of looking forward to that. I hope you've been enjoying, and have a good one.